First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The punter, Jack Fox, has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Darnold. Open man is Jalen Naylor. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. A beautiful fake. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Third down and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
2nd down, another shot for Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Detroit getting set to go now. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Gibbs straight ahead. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Darnold. This one brought in by Jefferson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. Especially
against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Naylor, 61 yards. And the Vikings add 6 to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Uses the spin. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 72 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Pass complete to Addison. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
To throw is Darnold. Pass complete to Naylor, right side. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Alex Anzalone, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
(10-7) our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now it's Goff. He's got it to Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Goff now looking to throw. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and they end up making the play.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Darnold now to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Running right, Jones. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Darnold from the gun. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd down and 8. On the give, here's Gibbs. And fights through one man. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 102 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific. in this first half.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Pushes past him. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Goff. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hand off now to Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Bates' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Darnold. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Darnold. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Darnold. Addison hauls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now it's Darnold. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Back to throw, Darnold. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Goff. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw, Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. "19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. That one complete to Naylor. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Here's Darnold. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Goff. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Goff now looking to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Goff. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Complete to right. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Goff throwing again. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Gibbs on the toss left. Pushing through the contact. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and with that they take the lead here 20-17. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And Detroit getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And Gibbs has it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now it's Goff. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Goff now looks to throw. And it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Goff. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now 2nd and 9. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw, Darnold. To the sideline and incomplete.
And in the second half of the tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Faking the give, Darnold. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Darnold now to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Darnold. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. In motion, the tight end. After the interception, here's Goff. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A toss out right to Gibbs. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Darnold. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. In motion right, that's Williams. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down and 4. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 148 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now they'll run it with Gibbs, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now it's Gibbs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 3. Goff. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll run with Gibbs. And the D not yielding much much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And his pass incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Alex Anzalone bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but
Definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Darnold. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Darnold. This one swung out here to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.